Right, hello everyone. Thanks for joining. We're just going to give it a couple more minutes, let everyone join, and then we'll get started. You see anyone on your end? Okay. Um, Christian and Rowe. It doesn't look like anyone is joining. Oh, looks like someone did pop up. Hello, welcome. Thanks for joining. We're just gonna give it maybe a couple more minutes, see if anyone else joins, and then we'll get started. Okay, we can probably get started now. So thanks again for joining everyone. My name is Hannah Castle. I work here in the admission office at Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences. Here with me, I have a couple of colleagues. I will turn it over to them to introduce themselves to you.
Hi, everyone. My name is Christian. I work with the Worcester campus. I am an associate director of admissions, and I work with the nursing program.
And hi, my name is Bachelor. Full name is Rodan. I work on the Boston campus. I'm a transfer counselor for nursing students.
Perfect. We're pleased to have you here tonight to learn more about our nursing program, specifically our 16-month post-baccalaureate nursing program. So we have a presentation to run through with you, teaching you all about our program and the admission process. So we'll go through that. And if you have any questions as we're going through the presentation, there is a Q&A box at the corner of your screen. So feel free to leave any questions there, and we're more than happy to address those at the end of the presentation. And yeah, let's get started.
Oh, this is me. Okay. So I just want to say congrats on pursuing a career in healthcare, specifically nursing. Right now, healthcare is a fantastic field to get into. It's in high demand, and with an aging population, the demand is predicted to increase over the next several years. And then, as you can see here, the U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics states that a third of all new jobs through 2026 will be in the healthcare industry. So our students are finding job placements soon after graduation. Some of them are even receiving job offers before graduation. And as future nursing applicants, probably already know that the profession has a strong projected job growth. And the profession also ranks among the top 30 healthcare careers, according to U.S. News and World Report. And we also realize that returning to school for your degree is both a huge investment of time and money. However, based on the current job outlook and the quality of the education that we at MCPHS can provide, we really do believe that this is a very good investment for you and your resources. So, did you know that MCPHS is a healthcare specific university? I'm assuming you did. But did you know that we offer 100 programs in different fields? We've been around for a very long time, actually celebrating our bicentennial 200th year anniversary. And we started out as just a pharmacy program in Boston. However, MCPHS has grown to incorporate over 7,500 diverse students between all of our 3 campuses, Boston, Worcester, and Manchester, New Hampshire, as well as our professional studies online school. And since healthcare is our specialty, many of our faculty are still working within the healthcare field while they also teach. So they're well versed in the course material, and they're also constantly staying up to date on the current healthcare system. And through school-sponsored events, as well as other social activities, our students can learn a ton about different healthcare professions, even before entering the field. And lastly, we pride ourselves on maintaining clinical affiliations with some of the leading medical institutions in the nation, which we're going to touch on a little bit later in a few slides.
So here's a quick look at our locations. First, we have Boston, which is our founding university in 1823. It's our largest and oldest campus. It's located near the Longwood Medical area, which is surrounded by well-known healthcare facilities. A majority of the programs we offer at this campus are undergraduate, but we also offer graduate, doctoral, and certificate programs here as well. 40 miles west of Boston, we have our Worcester campus. This was founded in the year 2000, and Worcester is the second largest city in New England after Boston, and one of the fastest growing hubs in New England. Here you find healthcare right at your fingertips. For example, St. Vincent's Hospital is just steps away from our campus. UMass Memorial Medical Center, which is part of the Massachusetts' largest integrative healthcare systems, is right down the street. All the programs we offer at this campus are either graduate, doctoral, or post-baccalaureate programs. University-sponsored housing is available for students on this campus. We also have a Manchester campus, which was founded in the year 2002. This campus is located in downtown Manchester, New Hampshire. This is the smallest of the campuses. It's only about an hour north of Boston and Worcester campuses, and within driving distance from several healthcare facilities in the state of New Hampshire, including Elliott Hospital, Concord Hospital, Dartmouth Hitchcock Medical Center. We offer post-baccalaureate, graduate, and doctoral programs at this campus. Off-campus housing is available.
All right, that's me again. So MCPHS is committed to your success. So our university has a reputation that is dedicated to the success of our students with a very immersive hands-on culture, starting with our interprofessional education, also known as IPE, a little bit simpler. At least once per semester, students participate in IPE activities where they engage and mingle with other students and other programs. For example, post-baccalaureate nursing students might work with pharmacy students, and vice versa. And this is a really great way for students to learn about other healthcare professions. They learn from each other. They learn how to work with patients from other cultures and backgrounds, the functions of working as a team, and learning how to work as a team once you're employed within the healthcare system. We also have hands-on supportive faculty right down the hall from where students have classes and labs in each academic building. And they also have scheduled office hours, and they're also often available to help students with questions that they have throughout the day as well. And we also have resources through our Center for Academic Success and Enrichment, also known as CASE. And that helps students who might be struggling academically. And there's peer tutors and mentors available to students to help them with anything they need academically. We also offer on-site counselors for mental health emergencies and mental wellness, as well as a Center for Career Services. And they assist you with resume writing, which is huge, mock interviews, the job search, because that's the next step, is getting a job after you graduate. And apart from academics, we have options to join both nursing-specific organizations as well as other cross programmatic clubs. And this can be a very busy program, but there's so many opportunities to get involved in things like student government, campus activities, fundraisers and drives, etc. I could go on. Yeah.
Perfect. And here's a quick glimpse at the nursing programs that we offer here at MCPHS. So just to go over them briefly, so we're talking to you today about our post-baccalaureate nursing program, which leads to your BSN. And this is our 16-month program year-round, and it's available at all 3 of our campuses, either Boston, Worcester, or Manchester. And what's unique about this program is that there's 2 different start dates in which you could apply for either fall or spring. Another program that we offer is called our Accelerated BSN program. People often confuse the Accelerated BSN program with our Post-Baccalaureate BSN, just given the accelerated nature of them. But the accelerated one is actually, it's a 32-month program at our Boston campus, and that is more of like a traditional nursing program where it's geared towards first-time freshmen or transfer students. Whereas our post-baccalaureate nursing program is designed for students who already hold a bachelor's degree in a totally different field than nursing. And then if you want to branch off and continue on from your BSN, we do also have some graduate nursing programs available here as well. And those are all offered online. We have a family nurse practitioner program. We have a psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner program. We have also a doctor of nursing practice program. So those are all available if you do end up choosing to continue on in your nursing profession. So during the post-baccalaureate nursing program, our nursing students have access to a wide array of resources to aid in their learning process and prepare them for a future career as a nurse. So throughout the program, our students have access to the use of education technology, multiple clinical experiences in a variety of settings, NCLEX preparation, which is an exam. The NCLEX is an exam that you would take after finishing your BSN to be licensed to practice as an RN. So we provide preparation throughout the curriculum in our program. And then you also have access to the use of state-of-the-art labs and facilities for your lab experiences as well as your clinical experiences. We have actually a simulation lab on all 3 of our campuses that have both general and high fidelity mannequins. Simulation lab really serves as a supportive and safe environment for our students where you and your peers can practice what you learn in lecture and clinical and bridge any gaps. So it's really designed to develop real life critical thinking skills and thinking quickly on your feet during complex care situations. So the mannequins that we have can pretty much do everything that a human can do. It's kind of crazy. They can talk to you, they can bleed, go into cardiac arrest, hemorrhage, and even give birth. So you'll definitely get practice on all of our mannequins. We have pediatric patients all the way up to maternity patients. So our goal is really to make the transition for you into the real world easier by providing that hands-on experience. And in addition to completing the labs, students gain hands-on experience in the program by completing those clinical rotations. So you'll complete a variety of different clinical rotations, everything from med-surg to mental health, maternity, pediatrics, community health, and also advanced med-surg. And what's exciting about the clinical rotations is that they actually begin in your first semester. So you hit the ground running right away, and they continue on throughout the duration of the program, which is a total of 4 semesters. And these rotations take place in a variety of different healthcare institutions and clinical settings, everything from skilled nursing homes to mental health hospitals, schools, hospice, home health agencies, and there's many more. And rotations are assigned to you by the clinical coordinator, which is super nice. So you don't have to go out and find your own rotations. So those will be assigned to you. We do try our best to be as fair as possible in providing students with a combination of large name hospitals as well as community hospitals. And what's nice is that at MCPHS, we have over 900 different clinical rotation sites throughout New England and beyond. So it's important to note that while we do have many options, you could be placed up to an hour away, but you could also be placed, 5 minutes away. So having some sort of reliable transportation to get you to and from clinical is definitely necessary when you're in the program. So with that being said, I will turn it over to Christian to talk a little bit more about the admission process for the program.
Yes, so hopefully after today, you'll think about submitting an application to our program. I will walk you through the process. As previously mentioned, we offer 2 different start dates, which is fall and spring. Fall would be starting in September and spring would be starting in January. We are currently accepting applications for spring and fall of 2024, and we do welcome you to apply. Applications are accepted on a rolling basis, so it's best to submit your application as early as possible for early consideration. To apply, you complete the nursing CAS application and send all the required documents to them. Documents required include official transcripts from all the colleges and universities that you've attended. We do require a transcript evaluation for any international coursework. We will require a personal statement. This is recommended to be 500 to 1,000 words, describing your goals or reasons for pursuing a nursing degree. Students who apply to our Manchester campus will be required to send official high school transcripts if accepted into the program, but you can wait to request those right now. No GRE or TEAS exams are required for this program. These are the prerequisite courses that are required. You can apply with a couple of these prerequisites in progress, so you don't need to have all of them done in order to apply. Prereqs must be completed with a grade of C+ or higher from a regionally accredited college or university. We can also accept CLEP scores of 50 or higher, or AP scores of 4 or 5 to count towards the prerequisites. There's a 10+ year time limit on math and science courses. So if they're older than 10 years, we would not be able to accept them. If you are interested in taking some of the prerequisite courses for the program with us, we offer several of them online through our School of Professional Studies program. Our online prerequisite courses are self-paced, and new students are eligible to receive 50% reduction in the costs.
All right, perfect. So once you've applied to the program, we will send you an email with a link to your admission portal through MCPHS. You can keep track of your admission status here. So on the left-hand side, once a decision has been made, it will show up there. And when we review your application, we'll also create a prerequisite evaluation sheet for you. So you'll be able to see that evaluation sheet in this portal. So you can see any courses that you still need to complete, any that you may have in progress, and then we'll mark which courses you have already completed on that as well. And like Christian said, if you are missing any courses, feel free to take them with us online through our School Professional Studies department, or again, you can take them at any other regionally accredited school of your choosing. And then in this portal, you can also view contact information. So if you need to get a hold of our admission office, our admission contact will be in this portal. Student financial services contact information will also be in this portal as well too. So this will definitely become your friend once you have applied to the program and we've received your application. And if you're accepted to our program, you would be able to submit your enrollment deposit within this portal in order to hold your seat in the program. If you plan to live on campus, you can submit housing deposit in this portal as well. And then in this portal, there's also links to our social media accounts. So if you want to join us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, whatever it is, you can certainly feel free to join us from there. And of course, if you have questions as you go through the application process, you can certainly feel free to reach out to us as well. And then in terms of housing, so we do have housing on some of our campuses. So we have housing on the Boston and Worcester campuses. And then usually students who attend our Manchester campus will live outside of campus in off-campus housing, and then they'll commute in. So if you plan to apply to one of our campuses that does have on-campus housing, we do have it available. And we have different types of housing, everything from studios to suites to apartment style living. They do vary in price depending on where you are living. So if you go onto our website, you can view more information about the different options that we have and the pricing there. But the nice thing is that it is pretty competitively priced compared to housing in the area. And they come fully furnished with all the utilities included, which is great. And it's right on campus, so you have access to fitness centers, cafes, computer labs, game rooms, study spaces, right near where your housing is located. And then on-campus dining options are available at some of our campuses, and then we have some like grab-and-go type food as well. So if you plan to live on campus, feel free. And if you have any questions, again, let us know. With that being said, I will turn it over to Ro, and he'll share more information about financial aid for the program.
All right, financial aid, everybody's favorite subject. So first things first, if you apply, you are automatically considered for a merit scholarship. Upon review of your application, there's nothing separate that you need to fill out or worry about. All you need to worry about is your application, and you're automatically considered for our merit scholarships. We highly encourage all of our domestic students with a valid FAFSA on file. Let me rephrase that. So domestic students with a valid FAFSA on file are also going to be considered for financial aid. So we highly encourage all of you to submit your FAFSA. If you are applying for the fall, we encourage you to fill that out by March 15th. If you're applying for spring start, we encourage you to do it by November 1st. It's never too late to do it. Our school code is 002165. There's no extra fee to put our school code in. And not sure if a lot of people know, but government passed the Simplification Act a couple of years ago, and it's going to take effect for the 2024-25 academic year. So that starts in the fall. So if you have any questions about that or anything regarding financial aid or funding for the program or payment plan or anything like that, our Student Financial Services Department, or SFS, is always happy to talk with you about anything like that. And you can schedule an appointment with them on our website.
All right, perfect. Yeah, and in terms of funding too, you can always apply for outside scholarships as well. I highly recommend that. There's some nursing specific websites that you can actually find some scholarships through. If you have questions, let us know. We can always send you the links to those. And then we'll obviously consider you for a scholarship when we receive your application as well. And then up on the screen here, we've put our contact information. So I work at our Manchester campus. So if you're interested in applying to Manchester, you'd work with me through the admission process. If you're applying to Worcester, you'll work with Christian. And then if you are applying to Boston, you'll work with Ro. So feel free to take our contact information down. If you have any questions after today's session, let us know. We're more than happy to help. We're happy to schedule a one-on-one appointment with you if you want us to take a look at your transcripts to see where you stand with prerequisite courses. And then we also put our YouTube pages down below on the contact information screen. So you can check our videos out. We have some nice videos about our program and campus in general. So feel free to check us out on YouTube. And we also have an Instagram page as well. So that does it for the info session tonight. We'll stick around for a couple minutes, see if you have any questions for us. Again, feel free to leave them in the chat, and we're more than happy to address them. Pretty quiet group tonight. I guess I'll share one other thing about the program. I get this question a lot is what's the typical schedule look like for the program? So the program is, again, 4 semesters, so 16 months long. The schedule varies depending on the semester, so it's really hard to give a concrete answer in terms of timing because it varies in terms of like what time your classes are going to be. And also when you're going to have your clinicals. But in general, students are on campus, I would say about 2 to 3 times a week for their classes. And then they have lab at least once a week. Sometimes you might have lab twice a week. And then your clinicals, those again will start in the first semester. They begin about halfway through the first semester. So when you begin your clinicals, you'll usually be at your site about 1 to 2 times a week. But you do mimic a true nursing shift. So as you know, nurses work all sorts of schedules. So there is potential that you could have a shift starting in the early morning, maybe during the late afternoon, or even on the weekend. So that is just one thing to note is you may have a schedule that varies. And clinical shifts, you could have, an 8-hour shift, or you could also have a 12-hour shift. So it really does vary. But again, you're typically at your clinical site about 1 to 2 times a week. So pretty full schedule. But you do get, a couple days off throughout the week that you're able to study and do what you need to do in your own time. So it's kind of the gist of the schedule. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the Q&A.
And it's completely in person, right, Hannah?
Completely in person. There are at least 2 or 3 courses that will be virtual, but all the other ones are in person. Yep. In person, all your labs are in person, and then clinicals are obviously in person. And then in terms of like working while doing the program, I know I get that question a lot too, whether someone can work while doing the program. You won't be able to work full time just because the program itself is full time, but we have had some students work per diem or part time in the past. What we always recommend to do is see how the first semester goes. And everyone is so different in terms of how much workload they can take on. So if you feel after the first semester you have time to work part-time or per diem, feel free. But I would give it, a first semester, just kind of see what your schedule is like. A lot of students will choose to not work during the program, but then they'll double up on shifts during breaks, because you do get breaks in the program. So the winter break is usually about a month long. So the students will usually double up on shifts then, just to save up some money. And then you also get like a spring break, which is, I think it's about a week or 2. And then you'll get a break in the summer as well. So that's another good time to pick up some shifts. Any other questions that anyone has? No questions. Okay. Well, we won't keep you waiting any longer. You're more than welcome to sign out for the night. This session is recorded, so if you ever need us to send it to you afterwards, feel free to reach out to us. We're more than happy to provide it to you. Again, feel free to take our contact information down. If you want to schedule an appointment with us, feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to schedule that with you. But otherwise, thanks for attending tonight. We hope that you learned a little bit about our nursing program. And if you haven't already applied, we hope to see your application soon. And we'll talk to you again soon. Enjoy the rest of your night.
Night.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.